Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel for yet another welcome back video. I feel like all I do is upload videos with hi, I'm back, here's all my plans, and then I just never upload anything. But truth is, last year was really difficult for me, my family, the horses. A lot happened, and I thought I'd just come on here, have a catch up with you all. Come on Peter, whilst I tack up Champ and take him for a ride. I have so much planned for this year, but I'm starting to learn that it doesn't always happen, and unfortunately not very nice things also happen in life, and you just have to get on with it and hopefully not dwell on the past too much. So I thought I would take you on a little ride with me and the boy and explain some of the stuff that's been going on. I feel like I'm being a little bit negative in that some positive things also came out of last year. It wasn't all negative, but I will start tacking up the beast and then kind of fill you in. Oh gosh, we've just wrapped around the wheelbarrow. Health and safety, darling. Please excuse my non-mucked out stable, guys. I am chasing the light, as everyone else is, during winter with horses. Champ isn't looking too bad, but he has lost quite a bit of muscle and general condition, but that's what happens when you have a quiet winter. One thing the past year has taught me is that as long as these horses are fed, healthy and happy, that really is quite literally all they care. I don't think he's particularly missed competing or jumping as much as he's used to, but he's a happy boy, and weirdly I feel like we've come a really long way over the past 12 months, even though, believe it or not, and this pains me to say it, we have not been to a single show, which that's just a serious frustration of mine, but I just have to accept it. This year is a new year, so I'll just go and get his tack, just doing a quick saddle area flick over today, because I don't want to be caught in the dark. But at least you're all quite clean today, my boy. I'm gonna stop blabbering on, tack the pony up, and then I will explain what's been going on for the past 12 months and why hopefully this year, oh gosh, sorry, such a bit hard then, is going to be a better one. So catch up with you shortly. Right, that was not how I planned the first part of our ride. I swear horses know when you're trying to do something out of routine, and Champ has been like a donkey tack majority of the time, but today he's like a fire breathing dragon, and I've had to very sticky bum everything he's snorting at, bonfires, anyway, and then we have to walk over a motorway bridge, so I thought I'll get that out of the way. Now we're in the quiet bit, so here we go. Also, just before I start blabbering on, this was the best purchase I ever bought from TikTok shop, $9.99. Go and check one out if you hack a lot like us. I absolutely love it. Honestly guys, Champ is being so fiery today. Look at him. Wild boy. So start of last year, you know, everything was going okay. My plan was to bring Champ back into work post exams. Exams went really well, I was ecstatic. We had some rough times with Che's dad, my husband's father, so my father-in-law, who unfortunately had been diagnosed with like terminal cancer. So we were kind of dealing with that personally. Champ, horse-wise, was being absolutely super. And then I decided it was kind of Lady's last year to ever kind of compete, because she was 23 last year. So started fitting her up because I wanted to do a event for charity in aid of one of my best friends who passed away. Anyway, cut a long story short, took her cross-country schooling, which was like so fun, and that was sadly the last time I will ever jump her, which was unfortunate, but these things happen. She had an accident whilst we were out hacking and fell down the smallest rabbit hole you've ever known. Just one of those complete freak accidents, and something which we just couldn't avoid unless you never ride in a field, which is impossible when you don't have an arena. So that was really quite scary. It wasn't looking good with Lady, in all honesty. She wasn't recovering very well, and we were nearly on the verge of putting her to sleep. And then, just to, you know, add to it, I then got meningitis and ended up in hospital. So whilst I was in hospital, Lady took a massive turn for the worse. She couldn't weight bear at all. So we ended up taking her for a second opinion to a big hospital up in Breadstone, B&W, which you guys may well have known. I'm sure if you follow me on Instagram, this will all make sense, but to those who don't, this is what kind of what happened. Luke came and met us there because we all thought we were going to say goodbye, to be quite honest. I had no real feeling that she was coming home that day. But we saw an incredible specialist orthopaedic vet who had seen this injury before. As catastrophic in some ways as it was, his words were, "Izzy, soft tissue heals," which obviously, being a vet student, I'm aware of, but equally you hear so many things of, oh, they've done a tendon, they've ripped this, blah, blah, blah. It has to be put to sleep. They kept her in for 5 days, pain scored her, got on the right pain relief, and put her in a bigger pen so she could walk around. I will do a whole video on Lady's injury, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but basically she tore in half the SDFT, which runs down the back of the hock, and it kept slipping on and off the calcaneus, which is the point of the hock, making it really difficult for her to walk. And she also tore her gastrocnemius, and it was just awful. Swapping arms, because my goodness, doesn't this ache, your arm? Goodness me. So brought Lady home. I was still recovering from meningitis. I had the most horrific reaction to the antibiotics which they gave me, and lost the feeling and use of the right side of my body. Had to kind of relearn to use my hand. It was just awful. And all this went on whilst Champ was obviously ready to start competing again. And I was just so frustrated and like toyed with the idea of getting someone to ride him, and I just didn't know what to do. We couldn't really afford to pay someone to ride him. We then started the process of moving house. Oh God, when I retell this story, I think, what on earth was I doing? I also had to go on EMS post having meningitis on a dairy farm, which was hard. I was so weak still through like my right side. And kind of mid-August started riding again properly. Took him to some kind of arena hires, which he was absolutely amazing. Jumped like up to 120, did some training at home, was like popping 130, just felt like me and Champ were really onto a winner. Anyway, had all this drama with moving house. Then vet school starts again. So like my whole like gap of no vet school, no exams, no revision, no lectures, no driving to Bristol. Like I have to drive to Bristol, run a business. It's so hard to ride as well as doing vet school, which I'm sure any vet students watching this will sympathise with me. I'm just gonna swap arms, hang on. Oh my God, the arm aching doing this. I've never done it before, my goodness, need to strengthen up a bit. So yeah, vet school starts again. We're about to move house, and unfortunately my father-in-law takes a massive turn. And it's quite imminent that things are getting a lot worse. So we're dealing with moving house, starting vet school again. And I was just about ready to go to a show at this point. He was really quite fit, going really well. But I knew I probably really only had a couple of months left in the year before winter kicked in, or not even that, like 6 weeks. And I would have had to do a whole BS 6 months. And I was putting myself under so much pressure to go to a show. It was just driving me insane. Anyway, cut a long story short, again, God, I keep saying that, had a bit of a heart-to-heart with mum and dad, and just decided, you know what, we're going to knock this shit on the head. Just doesn't matter, not gone to a show. And now here we are. It's January. It was my birthday yesterday, and it feels like yesterday it was my birthday last year. We've moved house. I'm nearly finished second year of vet school. We sadly lost my father-in-law in November, which since then it just feels like a complete blur. And like I said at the beginning of the video, all I feel like I do is come on here and tell you my plans for the year and then never post anything. And you know, even if I do that, it's just like a little record for myself to see how far we've come when things do go right. So I'm not setting too many plans for this year. My plan for this year is to just have a consistent year with Champ, whether that is jumping 90, a metre 10, a metre 20. I actually don't really care what it is. I just want to have a consistent year with him and enjoy him, because he's just an absolute, oh goodness, dream. Like he's my dream horse, and I feel really annoyed that I can't enjoy him more. But equally, I'm trying to better myself and my family's future. You know, I'm currently running a business which is going really well, and hopefully going to bring that more to the channel, bring some physio content for you guys and how I implement it for my own horses and clients' horses who'd like to be involved with videos. I've got lots and lots of things lined up. I'm also starting doing clinics, like it's all going really well. But vet school is like the vein of my life. But that is also going well. I've just got to try and juggle it one way and the other. I also forgot to mention another thing that happened last year, which is we now have a Champ baby. His name is Lando. He is 8 months old now, and he is not currently living at the yard. He's with May, who you guys would know very well. He's growing up there, and he'll come home once he's old enough to be ridden and backed. So I will introduce you to him at some point. He was a very poorly boy when he arrived. Part of the story is kind of over on my Instagram. I'm not going to go into it too much, but he was a very sick boy. He had a very high worm burden and what we think was suspected Lawsonia, which is a thing foals get when they're quite weak. But he's doing really well. His growth's a bit behind and he looks like a weed currently, but I think he's going to be one of those ugly ducklings that grows into a butterfly, we hope. So yeah, that is my little life update for you all. It's not overly exciting, but I just felt like I needed to verbally diarrhea it out somewhere, and hopefully now that's all in the past, we can look forward to an exciting 2025. So me posting this video sadly doesn't mean I'm going to be posting every day, no one does that, you know, regularly, probably until vet school finishes end of March, and then my exams finish in the middle of May. So I'm not putting any pressure on myself until then. I'm just going to fit and Champ up, get him strong, do lots of pole work, and go from there. But I will be posting a video all about Lady's injury, what happened, the exact injury she had, how we rehabbed her with the help of the vets, and me doing lots of physiotherapy. But I'm also going to do a ladies retirement video. She is 24 this year, guys, 24. I started this YouTube channel, well, not this one because my previous one sadly got deleted by YouTube, thanks for that, guys, when she was 6 years old. So that is crazy, and I can't believe I've been doing this for that long now. Obviously I've been very sporadically posting, other parts of my life has taken over and I didn't take the path of trying to push YouTube. Lady just became such an icon to loads of people, and I'm sure a lot of you will be watching this, and I feel she's owed a big retirement video and a look back on what she's achieved. And I will post the videos of her cross country. I've just actually struggled to watch it, so yeah, but I feel like I'm kind of ready to watch it now. So thank you so much for watching me waffle on, and I will be back very soon. Bye.